The kitten in the back corner of the carrier cage wasn't moving. One eye sealed shut, gray fur matted with something dark, ribs visible through paper-thin skin. The shelter worker's hands trembled as she lifted the tiny body out. "This one probably won't make it through the night," someone muttered from across the room. But what happened over the next 4 months would prove that sometimes the most broken creatures become the most extraordinary survivors. She found him behind a dumpster, not in some heartwarming movie way, in the brutal reality way where a cardboard box is soaked through with rain and a kitten that can't be more than 5 weeks old is trying to meow but can only manage a raspy wheeze. His right eye was already infected, swollen shut, leaking. The left eye, that one pale green eye, locked onto her with an intensity that didn't match his tiny, dying frame. The emergency vet gave it to her straight. "The eye is beyond saving. The infection has spread. We can try to fight it, but honestly, with kittens this young, this malnourished, most people choose euthanasia. It's kinder." Most people. She looked at that one working eye again, still watching her, still fighting. "Save him," she said, "whatever it takes." The surgery happened that night. The infected eye removed, the socket cleaned, antibiotics pumped into a body that weighed less than a pound. For 3 days, he hung in that space between alive and not alive, breathing but barely, existing but just barely. On day 4, she walked into the recovery room and heard it. A sound so small she almost missed it. A purr. Faint, rattling, imperfect, but a purr. Now, here's what nobody tells you about rescue cases like this. The easy part is the surgery. The hard part is everything that comes after. Because saving a life and teaching that life to trust again, those are 2 completely different things. If you're watching this and you've ever wondered whether animals that have suffered this much can truly heal, not just physically but emotionally, hit that subscribe button right now. Because what happened next will challenge everything you think you know about resilience. And these stories need to reach people who understand that broken doesn't mean worthless. You need to be part of this community. The first 2 weeks at home were a test. He wouldn't eat unless she hand-fed him, wouldn't sleep unless he was touching her, wouldn't relax unless every door was open, every escape route visible. His one eye tracked everything, calculating, measuring threat levels, preparing for the next bad thing. She named him Ranger, not because it sounded tough, but because he was always ranging, always scanning, never fully settling into safety. Week 3 brought the first sign of personality. She was working at her kitchen counter when she felt something. Ranger had climbed up, dragged himself up, really, because his coordination was still off from losing half his vision. He sat there, one-eyed and skinny, and absolutely determined, and knocked a pen off the counter. She picked it up. He knocked it off again. She picked it up. He knocked it off again, and this time that green eye had something new in it. Mischief. "Oh, so you're going to be trouble," she said. He chirped. Not a meow, a chirp, like he was agreeing. But here's where opinions split. Some people believe animals that have survived trauma should be gentle, grateful, subdued. Others believe trauma survivors, animal or human, have earned the right to be difficult, demanding, complex. Which perspective resonates with you? Should rescued animals be expected to be easy, or should we embrace their complications as part of their story? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this question affects how millions of shelter animals are perceived and whether they get adopted at all. By month 2, Ranger was a different creature. The gray fur that had been dull and patchy now gleamed silver in sunlight. He'd gained weight, muscles developing where there had only been bone. His depth perception improved daily. He learned to judge distances, land jumps, navigate spaces with that one green eye doing the work of 2. And he became absolutely, utterly fearless. The cat who'd been dying in a wet cardboard box now ruled the apartment like he owned it. He claimed the highest shelf in every room. He played fetch with hair ties. He had opinions about everything, her work schedule, her food choices, the temperature of his water, and he voiced those opinions loudly at 6 a.m. every single morning. But every night, without fail, Ranger became someone different. When she climbed into bed, he'd wait about 5 minutes, then jump up, walk the length of her body, and settle directly on her chest. He'd press his face against her neck and purr. That same rattling purr from the recovery room, stronger now, but still carrying the echo of how close he had come to silence. Month 4 brought the moment that changed everything. She got sick. Nothing serious, just flu, but bad enough that she spent 3 days mostly in bed. Ranger, who usually demanded breakfast at exactly 6 a.m. with the precision of an atomic clock, didn't make a sound those mornings. Instead, she'd wake up to find him curled against her side, that one green eye watching her face, waiting. He wouldn't leave the bed except for necessities, wouldn't play, wouldn't eat much, just stayed close, like he understood she needed guarding now, the same way she'd guarded him through those first desperate nights. On the 3rd day, when her fever finally broke, she woke up to Ranger sitting on the pillow next to her head, one paw extended, touching her cheek so gently it barely registered. The moment her eyes opened, he chirped, jumped down, ran to his food bowl, ran back, chirped again. Message clear. You're better now. We can get back to normal. I was worried. That's when she understood. Ranger hadn't just survived. He'd learned to love again. And maybe more importantly, he'd taught her what love actually looks like when it comes from something that has every reason not to trust. People see him now, healthy and confident and demanding, and they don't understand. They see a one-eyed cat with attitude and think he's lucky she took him in. But she knows different. She knows she's the lucky one. Because Ranger didn't just survive that dumpster, that infection, that surgery. He survived and chose to be joyful anyway, chose to be playful anyway, chose to trust anyway. But here's what keeps her awake sometimes. Ranger was behind one dumpster, in one city, on one rainy night. How many others are out there right now? How many are running out of time while people walk past, deciding they don't want to deal with medical issues or special needs or imperfect animals? And here's the question that haunts her. What if she had been 5 minutes later that night? What if she had decided the vet bill was too much? What if she'd chosen easy instead of right? Where would Ranger be now?